This is a hula hoop. Or you're going to make believe it's a hula hoop because it wouldn't fit in my suitcase. Hi. So, I'll get a little clicker here. Yes. I am not going to dwell on the problem of violence. Violence against women, violence against vulnerable populations, violence against children. We know it's a problem. I don't think there's anybody here who would argue that. Nor do I think there's anybody who would argue that since COVID, we have seen a huge uptick in the amounts of domestic violence. Everything that we know about domestic violence and the pressures and stress, financial stress, just were exacerbated during the lockdowns. So in 2016, in Israel, they came out with, the Ministry of Education came out with a study that blew my mind in a bad way, because 12,000 kids were interviewed between the ages of 10 and 14. About 50% boys, 50% girls, all through the governmental schools. And what they found was 19% of the girls already report sexual assault or sexual harassment. 21% of the boys. What? 19% of the girls, 21% of the boys. 1 in 5 kids are not making it to high school whole. And we're worried about math and science? Let's get them to high school in one piece. Let's get them there safely. So, got to point at you. I have been involved for the last 25 years in a movement called Empowerment Self-Defense. It's very different than most martial arts and self-defense programs in that it's holistic. We look at the types of violence that people deal with daily. Not just the big scary person who jumps out of the bushes, because that's actually a very small percentage of the time. But I want to focus on the solution, not on the problem. We know what the problem is. Okay, how do we get to a solution? So COVID locked us in our rooms, and we're used to actually going out and showing people how to hit and kick and do all this wonderful, great. How am I going to do this on Zoom in their living rooms with, this is not going to work. And what can we do? So I've spent the last 3 years taking 50 years worth of knowledge and research and distilling it down into this fine whiskey that we have put into an app. But what we've done is we have not created a curriculum. We have created tools to turn the user into their own self-defense instructor. What? Let's see what that looks like. So the very beginning of the platform is 21 days of lessons. Each day you have a lesson. You get to build what you do. You get to learn. You get to feel. But you get to learn, where are my pain points? Wait, you know what? I really don't like the way that coworker talks to me. Am I willing to say something about it? What would that feel like? What would it look like? So while there's a beginning program, day 1 through day 21, or basically 50 years distilled down into 21 days of 7 minutes, the user actually gets to go back and take these tools and reuse them every time they find themselves in a situation that they're not quite sure what to do or how to take care of it. So I'm giving you, And one of the ways, in this educational modeling that we do is when I walk into a classroom and do my in-person training, the one thing I know I will never be is an expert in being you, or an expert in being you, or an expert in being you. The only thing I can be an expert in is in helping you figure out, what do you need? What do you want to do? How do you define safety? And what tools do you feel comfortable using in order to find that safety? And I also know from being an educator for over 30 years that I've got to teach, however I teach, talking to different modalities of learning. Because not everybody will like the games, or like doing the written work, or like doing the reading work. So we have to present everything in a bunch of modalities so that, again, the user is in charge of their process. So we're going to take a look inside and out of the app. I'm going to show you what we would do in an in-person class, and then we're going to see what it would look like inside the app. So verbals, okay. Let's see what's going to happen. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'm supposed to get you up and to move something. We're going to talk to each other. It's after lunch, right? You're going to all stand up for me? Stand up. Everybody stand up. Okay. So, many of you have probably seen the TED Talk. I think it's Amy Cuddy who does the power poses, right? Hands in your hips. Feel good. Hands in your hips. Victory! Come on, everybody. Victory. Victory. Great. Hands in your hips. Superman. Superwoman. Whatever you want. Victory. Great. Now try. No! Oh, what does that feel like? Go.
No.
All right, I want to hear you louder than I just did. No! Good job again.
No!
Okay. Victory! Super! Strong! We got this! All right. Now, this one don't sit down yet. This might actually challenge the men a little bit. One of the differences between women and men are men's power comes from their shoulders. Women's power comes from the hips. So, ready? Hands in your hips. I love my hips, I love my hips, I love my hips, I love my hips. Go. I love my hips, I love my hips, I love my hips. Good job. Somebody channeling in his inner hips person. How do I know this? You can all sit down now. Thank you. How do I know this? Have you ever seen a man hold a baby? Up here. Like, they're holding babies up here, and we're like, why so far from the floor? And we hold babies on our hips. Hold packages and shut the car door. Okay, so there's a difference. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. Verbal skills. In the app, I want people to feel good using their voice. How many of you ever yelled no like that before today? Okay, we can give at least one guy and a half. Okay. Where did I put that clicker? This pocket. Okay. So, in the app, we're going to give you some suggestions. No. Make it go. I think you have to actually click on it to get the video to go. Tech guy in the back. Can you click on the video to make that a video? It should have been, and they told me it was working yesterday. Does that mean none of the videos are going to work? Okay then, so I'm going to play the app right now. So you're going to make believe I'm Jackie. I said, back off. You practice. I said, good. Take a step back. I don't like the way you're talking to me. We're going to do that one again, right? I don't like the way you're talking to me. This conversation is over. This conversation is over. I'm leaving now. Ooh, how good did that feel? Yes. And that's something you can practice as many times as you need. But guess what? I made that up. I want you to make it up. So we give you the opportunity to write the ones that you want to practice. And then you are prompted to do that and to record yourself and then to see what it feels like. Oh. Because we believe mirrors are actually not evil things for looking for pimples. We think mirrors are about actually going in and going, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a great morning today, or I'm gonna practice asking for that raise. I'm gonna feel good about that. It's time for me to get a raise. Yes. So physical skills, I'm gonna make you stand up again, but I have to put the mic down because I don't have enough hands. So we're standing up, and I do two simple skills. Can you do this? Can you do this? All right, you got this, good. If you're not gonna kick the table in front of you, we're gonna do this one now. Let's do this. March in place, good. All right, great. You can sit. Let's see what that looks like. So in the app, in theory, if the video would work, you would see my friend Hannah walking and guy grabs her from behind. The big Shrek looking thing there. You know? And she's gonna go, no, 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 no. Wait a minute. Didn't you just do that? Easy peasy. But until you see it as an actual physical skill, you would never think, oh, that would work. So now we let you see it. Now we let you record yourself doing it, and the playback is at the same time as the teacher. So who gets to assess how well you did? The user does. The user gets to see, oh, I didn't do it hard enough. I need to really get that back there. Oh, I forgot to yell no. Yeah, no, 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 no. Awesome. And I can redo this as many times as I want until I feel comfortable with how it looks and feels. And yes, I hope to never have to use my physical skills also. But I am damn happy that I know that I have them. Because I believe that if I want to say something, but I'm worried about what the reaction's going to be, and that reaction might actually get physical, and I don't know how to protect myself against the reaction, I may never take the action. I may never say, leave me alone, back off, because I'm afraid of what might happen. But we know research, backed by surveys, we know that people who set clear, strong, I said back off, actually get responses that they like. So, I need 2 volunteers to come up to the stage. I got 2 volunteers? Okay, we'll take you and, yes, woman in the blue. Am I going to be kicked or something? Depends, would you like to be? And you know, it's all about your intentions. So if you're coming up here to play nicely, we don't have a problem. Okay, so if you don't mind, please stand inside my hula hoop. Yes, there you go. And your job is to convince her to let you into the hula hoop with her. Okay? Now, we will end the game when I say stop. Okay? So you're going to just be insistent. You're going to try to get her to let you into the hula hoop. And doesn't matter what she says, you're going to just try to convince her. Can you do that?
I can speak, or only...
I would hope so.
Only, I was wondering only non-verbal.
No.
I'm supposed to hear or write.
Yes. And your job is to figure out how to make sure that that doesn't happen. Go.
No. Please.
No, back up.
That's enough.
No, 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 no.
Oh, wait. I didn't say stop, did I? Right.
No.
Okay, I want you to let him on into the hula hoop. I want you to let him in.
Am I doing this right?
I want you to let him in.
Oh.
Oh, wait, did I say stop?
Out.
Oh, whoa, what just happened? Oh, what just happened? I got your trust. And I now broke the rule, and you listened. Because I'm the who. I'm the teacher. So how do we deal with that also? Thank you. So keeping someone out of your space, not easy. When someone of authority and you trust tells you, I want you to let them do something that you aren't comfortable with. Oh my God, that just got a lot more complicated. And how do we deal with that too? So we all know the stories of coaches and teachers and senators and whoever they are who've taken advantage of power. Well, how do I get the user, get our students tapped into the me? What's going on here? And that's one of our first questions in every scenario that we do. What's going on here? And the what's going on here, yes, we teach people to look and figure out what's going on, but we're asking them to have the inner conversation with themselves. How are you feeling? Got those goosebumps? Stomach not feeling good? Hair on the back of your neck standing up? Ooh, something's not going on right here. What's going on here? I'm not going to see a single video. You're going to have to. I promise anyone who finds me on LinkedIn or contacts me, we will get you the videos. So the psychosocial skills of understanding that it's not just about punching and kicking. Yes, the physical part is important. If I have to physically protect myself, I'm going to fight if I have to. Not because I want to, but I like knowing that I can. And the traffic light is a signal. Well, what's this situation? Where is it on my scale of scary? Was this a scary situation? No, wasn't a scary situation, right? Fun, I'm trying to get closer. Hey, I'd like a hug. No, I really don't want a hug. Oh, okay. So, shift happens. No video. You promised me. Yesterday you promised me it worked. All right, so the situation is, hi, this is Mark. Excuse me. Hi, is this Sarah? Yeah, who's calling? Oh, this is Mark from the club. I just wanted to tell you that the spinning class was canceled tomorrow. Fine. Scary situation? What would you give it? Red, yellow, or green? Green? Okay. Yes, it's green to us too. Oh, wait, that language is kind of interesting. I agreed with the user. I didn't tell them you got it right, because that means that everything else is wrong. Is this not? No, I agree with you, but if you chose yellow, you're not wrong. But think about it, check in and see why, if you can understand why this is yellow for you. And you chose red, but unless you know something that we don't know about the situation, we wouldn't call it red. But you might. Maybe because you know Mark is this slimy guy who calls from the, and that triggered you. But it's really about you and your process. It's not about us telling you what you should feel and think. It's about us getting you to trust what you feel and think. Okay, so I'm gonna have to play the llama here. Llama's trying to kiss. Oh, I'd like a kiss. And she goes, hey, wait, no, I don't wanna wait. That's the scenario. Am I supposed to stop early? It says I have 5 minutes.
Yes, no, I'm just saying 5 minutes if you want to take questions.
Okay. What's that? Red, yellow, green? Yep. You chose red. This is red for us too. And can I pay for your drink? Hey, a pretty lady like you shouldn't have to pay for her own drink. No, I'm good. You sure? Come on. I'll just pay for the drink. There's nothing, no strings attached. You're right. You chose yellow. Yes, we see this as yellow too. Wait, why wasn't that red? Because guess what? Not everybody wants to pay for your drink at a bar is red. You're in a bar, there are other people. What are you worried about? Right there then. It may lead to something that's red. You might not want to go home with the shrimp who's asking you if they should pay for your thing. So, yes. So that's how we, instead of bringing our instructor to you, we've turned you into your own instructor. And the other piece that is super important in this is community. So I'm going to take my 3 minutes. The principles are based on think, yell, run, fight, tell. Think, oh, I know which one I forgot to do. I told you this was a prompt, right? I got so thrown by not having my videos that I forgot about this part. So here's a practice. So the app gives me a phone call.
How can I help you?
Well, I'd like to cancel my subscription.
Subscription? You know we have a deal. Renew for 1 year and you get...
I'm gonna start that again.
How can I help you?
I'd like to cancel my newspaper subscription.
Cancel your subscription? You know we have a deal. Renew for 1 year and you get 20% off.
Yeah, I really don't want a newspaper.
We even send you a gift card for renewing.
Okay, I understand you want a gift card, but I don't want the newspaper.
To offer you a deal like this again.
But I just want to cancel my newspaper. Can you let me cancel? I don't have to explain why I want to cancel my. I don't want a newspaper. Let me.
We have a great new payment plan too.
Please get rid of my subscription. Take my subscription out. I said stop my subscription now. I want you to stop my subscription.
What time is good for you?
Anybody ever been through that before? Woo! So, how do you practice? How do you get ready for that phone call you're about to have to cancel your subscription? This is how you can do it. And that lives within the workout. So think, yell, run, fight, tell. These are our principles. And tell is no less important than any of the other principles, because telling is about having supportive community. And supportive community is having people who will not judge you for whatever story you tell them. It's not about where you went, who you went with, what time you went out. Doesn't matter. I wasn't there. I cannot judge that. I can say, I am honored that you chose me to share with. How can I support you right now? That's what it's about. So how do we shift the culture by creating community that is supportive when people report, get them the help and support they need, and stick with them on their journey as they step into their personal power? Thank you.
That was excellent, Ms. Yehudit. Do we have any questions? Yes, sir.
Oh,
Hi. Right now, while you were taking the presentation, things didn't go your way. Did you use any of these concepts for your own dealing mechanism of it?
absolutely, every single day.
So what was it? Red, blue, red, yellow, green. What was it?
Wow. So we hired a development team. And the development team was lovely in the dating process. And then we signed a contract. And they're less good since we've signed the contract. To the point where there's a lot of gaslighting going on. You didn't say that was going to be in the scope of things. Excuse me, it's right there. Oh, the traffic light. The traffic light was given to me sideways and in shades of pink. And I said, what about traffic light? Did you not understand? And they said, oh, but it doesn't fit in the color pattern. Are you kidding me? It has to look like a traffic light. So then they gave me the traffic light back, and the first color, and the only color that was in there, because I said there had to be green, yellow, red, was red, because red fit with the color pattern. Excuse me? So that's setting the boundary. Wait a minute. You are the UX UI expert. Absolutely. I know what a traffic light is. And I know what I'm trying to teach. Stop arguing with me. So, am I not using this every single day? My children. Yeah, no, sorry. Can't stay over this weekend. Not working for me. So, and they know that I love them dearly. I'm confident of that. They also know that I have boundaries, and it's okay for me to say, you know, this is not a good weekend for you to crash by us. So am I using it? Yes. Have I ever had to actually hit somebody? No, but I have definitely hit a bunch of punching bags after meetings. And by the way, just for the fun of it, so yes, I've got my MBA, and that was a lot of fun. But I'm a 4th degree black belt in judo. I know you see that on me, right? But it doesn't mean that I look a certain way or behave a certain way, but yeah, you wouldn't want to touch me the wrong way in a dark alley.
That's right. Everyone got the message?
Or
Loud and clear.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Well, thank you, Ms. Yehudit. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.